Hey guys, so you got two choices really on how you do property investment. I think the first one is do it yourself, yeah, and then the second one is done for you. Okay, so you'll find I basically, what I'm the master of is done for you. Okay, and you know, my whole business structure is about people who don't have the time and need somebody else to do it for them. So what we do is we offer a full service of everything. We basically do whatever you need to do to be done. But the key to our service is it's done for you, but you're still involved. So we still want you to be involved. We still want you to understand what's going on. The alternative is do it yourself, which, you know, look, neither is better or worse. They both work the same. And what I tend to find is people who are just starting out and trying to build the equity up, the do it yourself is much better for you guys, because actually you can't afford to pay somebody else necessarily. You're still going to have to pay somebody else. Both ways, you're still going to have to solicitors and all this sort of stuff and various service providers. You can't do it all yourself. That's part of creating a power team. But the bottom line is that you got to decide whether you go and source the property yourself, you speak to agents yourself, you negotiate yourself, you research areas yourself, you know all this sort of stuff. So that really is the crux. You know, are you going to go along to seminars and learn about the various strategies yourself? Are you going to learn about the market cycles yourself? Are you going to, so there's lots and lots of aspects you need to learn about property if you're going to do it yourself, okay? And it is a big learning curve. And look, that's how I started out doing myself. I didn't have the cash to start off with. I don't think anyone starts off with the cash unless they've got, wealthy parents who, in some ways give them that money. But even then, I think you've still got to, go out and learn the basics. So, if you don't have the capital, then do it yourself is a great way to start. If you have, for instance, kids and families and heavy, careers that take a lot of your time and these sort of things, really the done for you is probably the much more thing, which still means you're involved and still means you're still going to be educated and you're still going to learn about the stuff, but somebody else is going to do the stuff for you, okay? Then the question becomes, how do you find people that are competent, okay? And this comes down to your power team and how you do that. But oftentimes with someone like us, we have that power team in place. We've used them over a long period of time and, pretty much they know what they're doing, so you kind of get that ready-made team. And that's also a good way to start if you're busy, okay? Because let's face it, the third option is do nothing. And I probably don't need to say a lot about that, because if that's the case, and if that's who you are, then you know what, you shouldn't be watching this video. In fact, you're probably not watching this video, so I don't need to speak to you. If you're watching this video, yeah, you've got to decide, do I have the time to do it myself? And the second criteria for do it yourself is, do I have the motivation and discipline to do it myself? Yeah, because there's some big emotional hurdles you have to go through before you get to the point where you're going to actually take action. And sometimes a done-for-you solution where you get your hand held through those initial stages is, a great step. And that's where we find a lot of clients start off and they go, you know what, I've got the time to do it myself, but I want to learn from you guys. I want to have a mentor. I want to have a ready-made team around me so I can actually then go and do it myself. And we've had quite a few clients. I mean, I remember one client, he was an editor at a magazine, and he come along, and his first, I think it was 5 properties he bought through us, yeah? Learnt the ropes, and then went out and did, I think it was 22 when I last saw him. And anyway, what happened was disappeared for a few years, a decade. And then ran a seminar in London, and he arrived at the seminar, he said, Brett, just want to say thank you, built my first 5 properties with you, and I was like, of course I remember you, Paul, and basically he said, I've gone on to now, I've got 25, I've retired, I'm out, and you sort of think, that's awesome. So, that's an awesome story. And I've got no problem. I mean, we got 5 properties away, so from our perspective, that's a wonderful client, a fantastic client. Now, obviously, his lifestyle was such that, he wanted 22 properties. Awesome, great. But he did it himself. He learnt the ropes, and then he went and did it himself. So it's not a choice of do it yourself or done for you forever. You can swap and change. You can start off as done for you and move to do it yourself. You can start off with do it yourself, build up the capital and get it done for you. It's up to you, and you can chop and change. This strategy, I'll do it myself, and that strategy, because one of the big strategies I operate too sometimes is you'll have your core strategy, which might be do it yourself, buy, renovate, and hold, you know. And then you might go, well, actually, in the meantime, while I've got this capital sitting here, I'm going to go and invest in, say, a off-plan strategy or a new build strategy, or perhaps, a development strategy, a hotel room strategy, whatever it is, So you can do that too. You can operate two. One is done for you, one is do it yourself. Absolutely fine. So consider both options. Consider what's best for you, and look, most importantly, whichever way you go, as long as you're doing something awesome, you'll get there. It's for the rest of those people, the 99% of people who sit around and talk and do nothing, well, they're never going to get anywhere. Yeah. All right, guys, have a great day. Live with passion. Subscribe and remember to comment in the channel. And I'll chat to you real soon. Bye.